ever so slightly flat. The second one is warmer. It's fuller. It's got more. Trying to explain this without jargon is fun. That was a mammoth recording session. Hi, I'm Jace. I'm a classical singer and former competitive dancer, and I am very excited for today's video. I received a request from Sylvie Lebrun to have a look at and comment on the behind-the-scenes recording video for MEGAVERSE and Cover Me. And so this is the first Stray Kids video that I'm doing that's not either a performance video or a music video, so I'm super excited. I have watched this before, so it's not going to be a blind reaction, only once. It's not one that I've watched a couple of times and analyzed and whatever. So I'm going to watch it now with a bit more attention than I did last time and see what I can pick up. Okay, from the beginning.
Stray Kids! Stray Kids! Stray
Volume.
Kids! Stray Kids! Stray Kids! Stray Kids! Stray Kids! Stray Kids!
Someone going in with the Stray Kids.
대야를 준비해 그릇이 작으면 넘쳐 흘러 감동의 눈물. 오케이 해볼까? 큰 대야를 준비해 그릇이 작으면 넘쳐 흘러 감동의 눈물. 오케이 좀 더 알맹이 딱 가득 차게 나오면 좋을 것 같아요.
Yeah,
오케이.
a bit stressed on the
그 뭐야
new
리듬은
mode.
그냥 딱 정박에 딱딱딱딱 맞춰서 그냥 제대로 해주면 돼요. 오케이.
Da-da-da-da-da.
큰 대야를 준비해 그릇이 작으면 넘쳐 흘러 감동의 눈물.
Better.
큰 대야를 준비해 그릇이 작으면 넘쳐 흘러 감동의 눈물.
It's a little bit forced at the beginning.
오케이.
다음엔 한지성 파트.
형 이게 바퀴 부분 탑이지?
탑이지.
아 탑이지.
올라가지 저 밑에 서울 보등 치다가 왔지 에이 날.
약간 허스키 느낌 괜찮아요?
I've commented on Hyunjin's pronunciation before. His consonants, particularly the ones at the front of his mouth, I find really interesting. That che, it's almost a TCH. Ch.
오케이 다시 뿅.
올라가지 저 밑에 서울 보등 치다가 왔지 에이 나.
잘했는데 뒷부분 한번 가볼게요.
네. 서울 보등 치다가 왔지 에이 나 여기 위에서 말하는 대로 내 위치는 탑이지.
박자는 좋은데 톤이
아,
조금
맞아.
더 스키해져가지고. 맞아. 오케이 지금 완전 잘했거든 현진아.
네.
그 아쉬운 거는 이제 앞에 비해 톤이 약간 더 허스키해져가지고 맞추면 좋을 것 같아.
아 오케이.
오케이.
올라가지 저 밑에 서울 보등 치다가 왔지 에이 나 여기 위에서 말하는 대로 내 위치는 탑이지.
들어볼게요.
나 여기 위에서 말하는 대로 내 위치는 탑이지.
어때 안나? 좀 가사들이 다 물린 느낌. 맞아. 말하는 대로 요 부분이 약간 물리는 것처럼 들려서.
말하는 대로 내 위치는 탑이지.
그 하나의 아이디어 생각한 건데 이 가사대로 가는 거 생각하긴 했었거든. 말하는 대로 그게 더 나아?
오케이.
그걸로 한번 해볼까?
가사가 괜찮아요 이렇게 해도?
그치? 같은 뜻 아니야? 말한 대로. 말하는 대로. 말한 대로.
아
I
너무
mean,
좋아요.
they
Okay,
wrote it,
okay.
they can
말하는 대로,
decide.
오케이.
시대가 왔지 에이 나 여기 위에서 말한 대로 내 위치는 탑이지.
It's much cleaner.
어때? 좀 괜찮아. 괜찮았던 현진이 어때?
저 좋아요.
Yeah.
So that mananinderu, it's compared to the mananderu. Again, my pronunciation, I'm just mimicking what I hear. Taking out that extra syllable gives you less to trip over with the tongue. Just simplifies it, and because the meaning is the same, yeah, it doesn't really matter. And da 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 da, rather da 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 da. It changes the rhythm a little bit, but not noticeably in terms of the flow of it.
괜찮았던
Again,
현진이
have
어때?
Felix's part.
Yeah.
Run along with the gods, jumping between the reverse, the multiverse, and ready for our universe.
자, 가이드 한번 들어볼게.
Run along with the gods, jumping between the reverse, the multiverse, and ready for our universe.
그 그것도 한번 들어볼게.
Welcome to the Stray Kids Hot Megaverse. Hot
I mean,
Megaverse.
I wanted to redo this because 왜냐면 2절에는 어차피 새로 받아야 되니까 리노가. 근데 이건 낮은 거고 뒤에 건 높은 거라서 괜찮을
I'm pretty
것
sure
같다는
that's the
생각이
one
들어서 확인해보니 퀄리티 괜찮다 해서
that they
괜찮을 것
used.
같아.
이 정도의 스케일,
Yeah.
이 정도의 스케일 측정 단위 메가톤.
Tone.
톤. 아 오케이.
아 턴으로 해야 되겠다.
메가톤.
Just rhyme it with the run.
아. 런턴.
턴. Run 턴. Run 턴.
런턴.
Run 턴.
런턴. 웅정한 내 목소리 you better run. 이 정도의 스케일 측정 단위 메가톤. 아! 다시 할게요.
웅정만 빼고는 뭐 이거 일단 키면 될것 같은데.
느낌 너무 좋아.
너무 좋은데?
박자 느낌 완전 좋아요. 발음만 고치면 하면 돼. 그러면 웅장한이랑 그다음에 메가톤.
웅장한 내 목소리 you better run. 이 정도의 스케일 측정 단위 메가톤.
That was better.
메가톤이 너무 좋았어.
Specifically the megaton because it was
웅장한 내 목소리 you
the pitch
better
was better.
run. 이 정도의 스케일 측정 단위 메가.
집중해. 아? 집중하라고.
dum dum
나한테만
dum.
다시 할게요.
웅장한 내 목소리 you better run. 이 정도의 스케일 측정 단위 메가톤.
Alright, good.
오케이.
We're gonna do the
They'll use the megaton from the other one because that megaton wasn't
Kids.
quite
Stray
straight.
Kids!
그렇게 하면 돼.
오케이.
Respect.
Simple.
Stray Kids!
잠깐만 솔로 한번 들어볼게요.
Stray Kids!
믹스 끝. 일로 와. 한복 일로 와. 한복 일로 와.
Make it look so simple and like they did so few takes. Which some of them, yeah. That line.
예, 한이 있었으면 100% 뭐라도 시비 걸었을 것 같은데.
0.1초마다 둘러보는 것 헛것이라 뭔데 이쁘떡 Speechless, wordless, I need you
또 컴피티션 브레이크 컴.
빠삐떡 굴리는 빠빠딱 빠삐떡 제가 벌써 빠따딱 빠시떡
그 솔로 한번 들어볼게요. 옥탑 플러스.
빠삐떡 굴리는 빠빠딱 빠삐떡
Being silly when you mess up. Yeah. Recording is not something that I do with vocals and stuff. But I mean, in practice, in rehearsals and things, somebody stuffs up and you kind of poke at each other. I've seen them commenting on the making of behind the scenes videos for their solo stuff, how weird it is for it to just be them and not have the other guys around. And yeah, I completely get that. When you're working on solo stuff, it's more serious, it's more hectic. So when I'm doing vocal group ensemble rehearsals and practices and whatever, I'm one of the ones who messes around and chats and causes chaos. But hello, Jemima. I ended up doing the okay, let's moving on thing at practice the other evening, and it all of a sudden became like a thing. It was a case of, did you just tell us to move on? So I got teased for the rest of the practice about being the one to have told everybody to move on, which is now going to become a thing. I can already tell. I'm the baby of the vocal group. Well, I am once more. When I joined the group 8 years ago, I was the baby of the group. Then we had a new bass join us, and then he was the baby of the group, but he left to carry on with further studies. Now we have a different bass, so I am back to being 5 years younger than everybody else. Oh, hello. Oh, we're being visited by everybody this evening. It's a very different feel working with a group, especially if you're all friends. So kind of a bit like these guys. The people that I sing with, we do things socially and whatever outside of just the singing that we do because we're all really good friends. My parents refer to them as your other family. Similar vibes to these guys. they're your other family away from the city that you grew up in, away from your actual family. Getting sidetracked, messing around and whatever in concerts and rehearsals is half the fun. Well, concerts, not so much concerts, but rehearsals and practices and whatever.
저 그 솔로 한번 들어볼게요.
옥탑 플러스.
웬일로 빠른 박자 타네.
그런 거 같아. 다시 할게요.
오케이.
별로.
아 좋았는데.
I think it's really interesting to listen to the different click tracks that they've got, because Changbin's click track that he's got going in his ear to keep him on beat is different from the one that Felix had. Felix's was a much higher click.
내게
반.
내 목소리 you better run 이 정도의 스케일 측정 단위 메가톤
Yeah, Felix's is a much higher.
웅정만 빼고는 뭐 이거 일단 키면 될것 같은데.
느낌 너무 좋아.
너무 좋은데.
Yep. So Felix's is a much higher sound, a little bit more like an actual metronome, whereas Changbin's is more of a beat.
웬일로 빠른 박자 타네.
그런 거 같아. 다시 할게요.
오케이.
별로.
That might just be the audio, actually.
굴리는 느낌 너무 좋아하는데.
키퍼 한번 더 해볼게요.
Yep.
I got it. 밥빛도 굴리는. 밥빛도 굴리는 혓바닥 터뜨려 팝 어디든 섬옆에 싹 다 팝스타 페스타 안구로 무릎 팝.
난 다 좋은데.
All the
팝팝팝만
P's.
좀 아쉽나 싶은데 넌 어때?
저도요.
Pop, pop, pop.
바꿀 다시 할래요.
팝팝팝만?
네.
오케이.
밥빛도 굴리는 혓바닥 터뜨려 팝 어디든 섬옆에 싹 다.
아우 진짜 딕션
Yeah.
미쳤는데.
Yeah.
스페이시스 웨더스 갈게요. 아 들려줄게요.
네. 딱 한 번만 더 듣고 이거 스피치레스 월드레스랑 You Know You're Fearless Reckless 한 번에 그냥 가봐도 돼요.
한 번에 그래.
Speechless, wordless. You know you're getting fearless, reckless.
잘했다. 여기 딱히 느낌 볼 거 없고 이거 승민이가 하고 싶은 대로 했으면 해.
오케이.
그래서 너가 만족할 때까지 한
안녕처럼 해줘.
그건 창이 형 의견이야. 나는 내가 하고 싶은 대로 했으면 해. 알았어?
네 형님. Speechless, wordless. You know you're getting.
It's early?
이거만 다시.
뭐 하냐?
앞에 들어볼래? 네.
오케이.
느낌이 되게 괜찮았어.
되게 괜찮았어?
이대로 가면 될 것 같아.
오케이.
진심이야.
그러면 You Know We're Getting 갈게요.
네.
Changbin backseat driving almost. Backseat producing.
잘했는데.
Speechless, wordless, I don't need your kindness.
이런 느낌 좋아요.
오케이.
여기서 톤 조금만 더 어두우면 될 것 같긴 한데
오케이.
무거우면
So
될 것 같아.
warmer a bit. Yeah, heavier.
Speechless, wordless, I don't need your kindness.
좋아, 잘했어.
It's,
그럼
yeah,
오직
a
갈게요.
fuller sound.
You ready? 예, 위에다 불러볼게요.
Yep.
오직 내걸 뱉고 나서야 속 편해.
한 번 더 해봅시다.
네.
오직이 약간 늦게 들어오긴 했다.
오케이. kindness. 오직 내걸 뱉고 나서야 속 편해. 밀렸죠 이거.
이건 밀렸다.
다시 할게.
오케이. Yep.
kindness. 오직 내걸 뱉고 나서야 속 편해.
Very good, very good.
다행이다.
승 끝.
고단한 녹음이었습니다. 가볼까? 가볼까?
두 마디씩 하겠습니다.
그래.
적정 mikto마다 돌려버린 컷 헛것이라도 본듯 입이 떠.
고부터 불렀지? 닥치고부터 불렀지?
아니?
아, 네가 나눠서 한다며.
알았어, 나눠서 한다고 했지.
알았어 알았어.
어.
닥치고부터 불러.
알았어.
그리고 입이 떡 있잖아. 입이 떡 벌어져야 돼.
입이 떡!
그렇게.
입이 떡!
다 닥치고 적정 mikto마다 돌려버린 컷 헛것이라도 본듯 입이 떠.
굿자. 됐어요.
Every time we move the universe will follow, follow,
Yep.
follow.
Oh dear.
Follow, follow.
That gets
Does it
so
feel-
stuck in my head. That little thing that lives rent free in my head. Somebody mentioned follow the other day, and my brain went follow, 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 follow. And he's about to spill his coffee everywhere.
엎었어? 많이 엎었는데?
할 수 있어.
So for me, I'm like, how can you be drinking iced coffee and singing? I can't drink iced coffee and sing. It doesn't, my voice does not like it. Anything with milk or anything that's too sweet. Just avoid it. Like dairy ban for a week before I have a concert, which is not fun. Like if it's normal, like stuff, then fine. But if I'm doing something hectic, like I did the Alleluia from Mozart's Jubilate Exultate Jubilate for an Easter concert a couple of weeks ago. Other musicians, specifically orchestral musicians, always comment about how fussy singers are about everything, because no, they need to look after the voice. But none of them are carrying their instrument around with them all day and using it all day. I mean, if you think about the care that they treat their fancy violins and flutes and whatever with, like if they had to just like carry that around on them all day, every day, and use it for things, they'd be pretty damn picky about what they do with it as well. This isn't just an instrument, it's part of me. And it's not just part of me, it's an instrument. You have to be so careful. David Dryman from Disturbed was saying that he's the boring one in the group because he can't go out and party and do this and that and the other, because if he overstrains his voice, if he does something to his voice, if he talks too loud, if there's too much smoke, if he drinks too much anything, then his voice is gone and he can't just pick up a different voice or something from somewhere. Like, if your voice is gone, your voice is gone, and there's nothing you can do about it. You have to look after it. Oh, David Dryman from Disturbed. Disturbed did that fantastic cover of The Sound of Silence. But if you haven't heard any of their other stuff, it's absolutely amazing. It is rock, heavy metal music. So I know it's not everybody's scene, but one of my absolute favorites of theirs is a song called The Light. And it's kind of got a similar feeling to The Sound of Silence in a lot of ways. So if you liked their version of The Sound of Silence, go and find The Light. Ugh, but just the lines, when you think all is forsaken, listen to me now, you will never feel broken again. Sometimes darkness can show you the light. Just like, When you think all is forsaken, listen to me now. You need never feel broken again. Sometimes darkness can show you the light. It hits me right in the feelings. I love it. Immortalized. Immortalized is the album. There we go. It's one of my favorite albums of theirs. Okay, enough getting off track. I've gotten sidetracked by everything this evening, and I don't even remember what I was talking about in the first place. The coffee.
엎었어?
많이 엎었는데?
Yes.
할 수 있어.
Every time we move the beauty
유니버스.
그 윌로 안 해도 될 것 같아. Universal.
Universal.
Universal follow.
유니버셜.
셜 말고 Universal.
Apostrophe LL.
쓸로 가자 쓸. Universal.
유니버슬.
Universal.
It's more similar to how you speak rather than.
됐다. 잘했네. 한이 멋있네.
Yeah. Done?
어? 한이
야.
끝?
Yeah.
해보겠습니다. This a megaverse big bang. Your body shakes, cause we make it bangers, yeah.
It's a bit flat.
This a megaverse big bang.
Better.
Your body shakes, cause we make it bangers, yeah.
When you're recording like this, though, you can play with the pitching a little bit.
Your body shakes.
괜찮은 것 같은데?
Shakes!
네.
우리가 나왔다. 귀를 열어라.
This man's voice is ridiculous. Like,
우리가 나왔다. 두께를 열어라.
오씨, 야 앞에 거만 다시 하자.
우리가 나왔다. 두께를 열어라.
뒤에 건 좋고 잠깐만. 앞에 거 키퍼가 한 번만 더 해도 돼?
he was a bit
우리가
flat there.
나왔다.
괜찮아요?
괜찮은 것 같은데?
그래요?
Yeah, that one was fine.
그래요. 이제 뭐지? 은하계 울려 퍼지는
제일 높은 거.
흔하게 울려 퍼지는 우리 음악 소리.
소래.
노래.
일단 편하게 한번 해봐.
오케이.
흔하게 울려 퍼지는 우리 음악 소리.
은하게 울려 퍼지는 우리 음악 소리. 이렇게 치면 되겠다. 하려 우소.
아려 웃어.
지금보다도 조금 더 짧게
오케이.
가볼게요.
흔하게 울려 퍼지는 우리 음악 소리.
이렇게 타주면 완전 좋을 것
오케이,
같아. 몇 번 더 해보자.
예스.
흔하게 울려 퍼지는 우리 음악 소리.
That was better.
됐어 이걸로 가자. 아 이거 너무 잘했어.
아. 크리우 가보겠습니다.
아 오케이 까리.
이 빨리 쟤는 될 것 없어.
좀 더 깔면 될 것 같아.
네, 알겠습니다. 이 빨리 쟤는
pause,
될 것
pause.
없어.
Ian's voice has got such a warm sound. It's amazing. Dum da 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 dum. He's just got.
크리우 가보겠습니다.
아 오케이 까리.
So Sungmin's sound is very, when he sings, it's very forwards. Speechless, wordless. He has not quite a nasal sound, but his sound is very focused, kind of in the front of the face. Da 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 da. Where Ian's voice is rounder. He's got a fuller sound from the kind of the back of his mouth. Dum da 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 dum. Instead of da 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 dum. Da 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 dum. He's focusing the sound in a different place in his head. So something you learn to do as a singer is focus the sound at different points. So like you can focus it here, you can focus it like here at the top of your head. So when you're doing a really high note, it's the note is here. It's very difficult to described to someone. It gets described almost like cycling, so it does a loopy thing. It's so difficult to explain. You can't. It's something you have to feel. But yes, I can hear that Sungwin's voice is very, very forward focused. Da 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 da. Whereas Ian's it's not as sharp. It's a rounder sound. What that means is partially that Sungwin's voice will carry better over a distance. So you actually want that more focused sound generally. But if you're in a studio, it doesn't matter because the microphone is right there. You're not trying to sing to the back of a concert hall.
맞아. 아 이거 너무 잘했어.
아, 프리우 가보겠습니다.
아 오케이 까리.
힘 빨리 채는 될 것 없어.
좀 더 깔면.
Da 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 instead of da 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 dum da 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 dum. You can hear the two different sounds.
하면 될 것 같아요.
네, 알겠습니다. 힘 빨리 채는 될 것 없어.
나 빼. 하나 더.
힘 빨리 채는 될 것 없어.
이걸로 거.
Ending it
좋아요.
with the
네,
들어볼게요.
네. 오케이. 생각하는 대로 행동을 필러.
나이스.
Flat.
톤키퍼하고 한 번 더 해보자.
좋습니다. 생각하는 대로 행동을 필러.
much better.
네.
So you see how he's holding his fingers on his ear. He could tell that he wasn't on pitch previously. The sound you can hear in your head when you're singing is not the sound that's coming out of your mouth. So in order to kind of be able to hear what you sound like better, kind of put a finger in your ear so that you can have the reverberation better. You can also put a hand up next to your face so that some of the sound waves hit your hand and bounce around to your ear. My singing teacher always kind of said it should sound ugly inside your head because that means it sounds pretty on the outside. If it sounds pretty in your head, you're not doing it right.
넘어갑시다.
Yes.
잘했어.
하는 대로 행동을 필러.
좋은데? 해보자.
Yeah, so if he's slightly flat.
생각하는 대로 행동을 필러.
좋은데?
네.
넘어갑시다.
Yes.
잘했어.
Wait, actually the one before that.
좋아요. 넘어갑시다.
네.
So the one
들어볼게요.
before that. Da da. On those notes, he's ever so slightly flat. And he notices it. It's okay, it's usable. But they do it again, and then he does get those.
오케이. 생각하는 대로 행동을 필러.
나이스. 일단 톤키퍼하고 한 번 더 해보자.
좋습니다.
Yeah.
생각하는 대로 행동을 필러.
좋은데?
네.
넘어갑시다.
Yes.
Yeah, so that second one all the way through is much better pitched. And yeah, because he took the one headphone off and stuck his fingers in his ears, or blocked his one ear, I could tell that he was having trouble hearing himself. And having feedback of what you sound like through the headphones isn't always enough.
잘했어.
듣고 따라 우리 만들어 현실로.
좋은 것 같아.
And now that he's got that feeling of where the pitching and the placement is from that last time, he now knows where to place the notes. So having the fingers in the ear isn't as much of a thing.
넘어갑세.
나는 선절된 누구에게 안 굴려.
이엔이가 가끔 하는 그 낮은 파트들 있잖아.
네.
그런 느낌으로 그냥 어둡게 하면 될 것 같아.
알겠습니다.
So the way that singers and producers, people that work with the voice, describe what the voice is doing is very interesting. So dark, what exactly does dark mean? Heavy. But what does heavy mean? So it's full. What does full mean? Trying to explain this without jargon is fun. The place in his voice that is most comfortable for him is lower. Kitten jumping incoming. He's got a slightly deeper voice than Seungmin naturally. He is more comfortable in a slightly lower range naturally than Seungmin is. And so his voice will sound naturally warmer and fuller in those lower registers and sounds than somebody without that kind of voice. Warmer, darker, heavier, more chocolatey. It's like singing somewhere over the rainbow. If I sing it like that versus somewhere over the rainbow. The second one is warmer. It's fuller. It's got more. They're both very nice. They're both very pretty. They both sound good. One is just warm. Somewhere over the rainbow versus somewhere over the rainbow. And you can add and take away vocal weight. You can change the tone.
웬만해선 절대 누구에게 안 꿀려
꿀려만 찍을까?
좋습니다.
절대 누구에게 안 꿀려
오, 너무 좋은데?
So yeah, dum da 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 dum. Bang Chan is asking him to make it a richer sound.
끝!
Yes. Wow. Wow.
현진이가 남겨둔 코멘트가
Cover me.
최대한 예쁘게 그리고 벌스에는 약간의
Keep sexy
섹시함
during the verse.
아련하게
네.
호흡 많이 섞여서 하면 될 것 같아요. 일단
Just
몇
add
번
in a lot
불러볼게요.
of air.
창문에 걸려있는 starry night 저 밝은 빛에 뒤척이던 날 이 센터
Very nice. Singing with a lot of air, as I've mentioned before, is something that I struggle with. I can hear it, but I can't do it.
문에 걸려있는 starry night 저 밝은 빛에 뒤척이던 날 이 센터
들어볼게요.
네.
문에 걸려있는 starry night 저 밝은 빛에 뒤척이던 날 이 센터
한 번 더 들어봐.
There's a little bit at the beginning that I think is what he's probably not happy with. Just the transition between two of the particular notes.
오, 오케이. 다시 할게요.
네.
창문에 걸려있는 starry night 저 밝은 빛에 뒤척이던 날 이 센터
좋아.
His vibrato is so nice. It's not forced. Although I'm a classical singer and I trained in operatic singing amongst other things, the big vibrato is not something that I'm particularly fond of. So the oh mio bambino caro, not a fan. Too much vibrato tends to irritate me a little bit. That's a personal preference rather than anything else.
한 번 더 들어볼게요.
오케이. 다시 할게요.
네.
창문에 걸려있는 starry night 저 밝은 빛에 뒤척이던 날 이 센터
좋아요. 그래서 저 밴딩 그냥 살려도 될 것 같아.
아 방금 빌딩 넣었구나.
있긴 있었는데 근데 괜찮은 것 같아. 익숙해. 넘어갑시다. 잘못 거기니? 근데 괜찮아. 밴딩 그냥.
센터
좋아요. 그래서 저 밴딩 그냥 살려도 될 것 같아.
아, 방금 밴딩 나왔구나.
있긴 있었는데 근데 괜찮은 것 같아. 익숙해.
네.
넘어갑시다.
네.
설마 거기니?
롱톤입니다. So
So cover me now. 우리가 이런 걸 해보네. 바로 go.
네.
Chan's voice is just amazing as well. I'm always in awe of what he just pulls out randomly. Like,
오케이 몇 번은 그냥 불러보는 걸로.
네.
So cover me now.
난 된 것 같은데.
들어볼까요 한번?
So cover me now.
it's really nice. To me, it sounds a little bit strained towards the end, almost like he's running out of breath a little bit, which, fair enough. And this is being very, 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 very picky. But he starts losing pitch a little bit in the middle of the note, just like a couple of cents worth. So you measure pitch in cents, and just a little bit. It just starts drifting downwards a bit before the da. Yeah, before the little dip, and then with the dip he writes it again, and it's fine. In a live performance, that little bit of dip does not matter at all. You're not really going to notice it. And when you're recording it like this, it's really easy enough just to go in onto the track afterwards and clean up the pitch a little bit. It's like minuscule, so tiny that you can barely hear it.
야, 웅장하다.
한번
일단 킵은 할게.
네네네.
그냥 부른 거긴 한데 일단
Yes.
킵하고. 자, 한번 가볼까요?
Yep.
좋았어.
So cover me now.
That one was better.
아까랑은 완전 다른 톤이긴 하다.
Different.
근데 이것도 되게
Different tone.
우렁.
Different tone, yes. This one was more forwards, more focused, and it didn't drift. It's in a slight. He's placed it slightly differently, in his head voice.
차긴 해. 약간 우렁차네.
웅장.
웅장하긴 해.
So cover me now.
Early?
부르는 입장에서 어땠어?
이거 거는 좀 막판에 그냥 깔끔?
그치.
톤이 좀 깔끔? 근데 첫 테이크 어땠어요? 맨 처음에 부른 거?
맨 처음에? 난 좋았어. 찐 느낌이랄까?
자연스럽게 나온 것 같아요.
오 진짜.
1번 밖에서 한번 들어볼게요 저.
그래 일로 와봐.
So, for all that the first one drifted a little bit, it wasn't quite as controlled. He was very intentionally holding and controlling, like that second one that Chan said the tone was different. It was different. It was much, much, much more intentionally focused. Like, he placed that note and he was holding on to it and he was not gonna let it move. It was staying there. Like, people describe it as kind of like sending laser beams out of your face. He found where that note was and he aimed it and it was going there. I think also the preference for headphones versus in-ears is interesting.
딱 그건 것 같아. 1번이
자연스럽고.
진짜 자연스럽고 꽂히는 느낌이고 2번은 약간의 서양 느낌이 있고
그쵸. 너무 뒤에 너무
3번이 시원하긴 한데 약간
일본보다 아쉬워.
흔들린 느낌?
So cover me now. So cover me now.
Okay, so the first one's vibrato. They were talking about the first one sounding much more relaxed. When the voice is relaxed, it naturally puts in vibrato, and the vibrato in the second one sounded almost a little bit strained. Like he was very controlled in it. He was holding on. So strained, not as in he was finding it difficult and like stressing it, but strained more like constrained.
So cover me
That one drifts in pitch as well,
now.
and it doesn't have as nice vibrato as the other two.
울컥하다.
아 이게 일본으로 가야겠다. 이게 감정이 일본만큼 안 나온다 지금.
It's much more expressive.
바이바이. 바이바이.
니들이 나 헤이스트
이렇게만 해도 될 것 같아.
니들이 나 헤이스트
좋아요.
니들이 너 헤이스틱 나를 찾아줘 외롭진 않은데 모든 게 너무 차가워
나를 찾아줘. 줘 때 바이브레이션 넣을 수 있으면 좋고.
나를 찾아줘
So add some vibration. Vibrato would be the English normal thing. Da 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 da. So instead of going da 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 da, he wants it to be da 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 da.
줘 때 바이브레이션 넣을 수 있으면 좋고.
나를 찾아줘 줘
지금 좀
줘
길게 빼고 바이브레이션 넣으면 될 것 같고. 나를
줘.
찾아줘.
니들이 너 헤이스틱 나를 찾아줘 외롭진 않은데 모든 게 너무 차가워
So what Changbin is doing there is I'm not hearing him adding much vibrato specifically, but he is adding a grace note or an accent. So instead of da 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 dum dum da 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 dum, he's kind of taking a little bit of the note value of that last note and sharing it with a different note. Da 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 dum, da 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 dum. Instead of da 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 dum, da 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 dum, da 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 dum, da 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 dum.
너무는 형 어떻게 안 될 것 같은데.
아니야, 할 수 있어.
니들이 나 헤이스틱 나를 찾아줘 외롭진 않은데 모든 게 너무 차가워
너무
That was a bit
좋았어.
flat.
너무
킵
좋았어.
해주세요.
니들이 나 헤이스틱 나를 찾아줘 외롭진 않은데
That was nice.
모든 게 너무 차가워
That was much better.
이거 된 것 같아. 오케이.
Yeah.
넘어갑시다.
지로 웃어봐도
그리고 아이 때도 긁을 수 있냐?
I don't know
Vocal fry.
뭘 해야 할지도
I-
억지로 웃어봐도
So in the red lights video, I spoke about Bang Chan's commenting that vocal fry is sexy, and this is one of the places that he does it. So add some raspiness and some sexiness, and get him to add vocal fry.
그리고 아이 때도 긁을 수 있냐?
I don't know 뭘 해야 할지도 억지로 웃어봐도
I랑 뭘 그리고 앞에 그거만 좋아요. I don't know 뭘 해야 할지도 억지로 웃어봐도 don't know 할 때 don't 할 때 그 약간 오 발음으로 가는 걸 조심하면 될 것 같아요. 오히려 완전 좋아요. I don't know. 좋아요. I don't know 뭘 해야 할지도 억지로 웃어봐도 좋은데?
That was nice.
이유를 알 수 없는 외로움에
그 이유 앞에 하나 넣고 이유를 알 수 없는 외로움에는 아예 호흡을 빼고
외로움에 이유를 알 수 없는 외로움에
Again with the vocal fry.
앉아 오지 않는 너. 오.
이유의 그 있잖아. 약간 좀 빨리 나오는 것 같아서.
네.
그러면 5, 6, 7, 8
이유를
그치. 쿵.
이유를
Okay, so that's coming in on an offbeat. Da 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 da. So he's not coming in. He's not coming in exactly on the beat, and he needs to come in early enough that it doesn't sound rushed, but also not too early that it's on the wrong beat, and not too late that he's missed the offbeat.
이유를
그치. 쿵.
이유를 이유를 알 수 없는 외로움에 걸터 앉아 오지 않는 너.
오, not bad. 이거 킵할게요.
네.
Let's go 한 번 더. 첫 줄만 잘 넣으면 되겠다.
네.
Bangchan is very
이유를
complimentary.
알 수 없는 외로움에 걸터 앉아 오지 않는 너.
Not bad. 이유.
So I know I'm being very picky with like pointing out where bits and pieces are flat or off key or could use something. But yeah, that's very intentional because I'm listening particularly closely and kind of analyzing it rather than, like Bangchan is doing. You don't want to just be like, you are flat, that needs fixing, or whatever. Going in with encouragement, not bad, just the reason could be better. That thing. So, like, not bad, it wasn't terrible, just we need to do something with this or that. And they've all been doing this for so long. I mean, they're professionals. Like, they know what they're doing.
이유를 알 수 없는 외로움에 걸터 앉아 오지 않는 너.
Not bad. 이유만 잘 넣으면 되는데.
네, 이게 이유를 알 수 없는 외로움에. 왜 이렇게 안 나와?
아니면
이유를
지금 정도 하면 되는데.
이유를
좋아요.
이유를 알 수 없는 외로움에 걸터 앉아 오지 않는 너.
괜찮은 것 같은데?
네.
넘어갑시다.
예, 알겠습니다.
네, 잘했어요.
밤이 오는 새 나는 나체.
He's very intentionally making that operatic. But the fact that he can do that, the fact that he has that much extra warmth and resonance in his voice just hiding. Like he's not using it, but you can really hear how low the timbre of his voice actually is when he does that, because that's comfortable for him. Like he's not straining or stressing for that at all. And he's intentionally putting the vibrato in there like that as well.
밤이 오는 끝이 나는 낮에
Casually dropping it down an octave because
받아줘 받아줘 받아줘
아니야 저 올리고 있잖아.
받아줘
아니야 올리면 안 돼.
받아줘
그치?
받아줘
예.
받아줘
좋아요.
받아줘
여기서 좀만 더 예뻤으면 됐을 것 같기도 하고.
오케이.
일단 이거 킵할게요.
받아줘
잘했어.
예스
이거 합시다.
네
통답 있지롱.
아하하
이제 하나만 받을 거야.
끝이 나는 낮에 따스한 빛을 내리쬐는 빛을
오 잘했어. 슬로우 들어볼게요.
잠깐만 따스한 빛을 내리쬐는 빛을
저 빛이 너무 예쁜데?
잘했어 감사합니다 끝 벌스들부터 가시죠
있어 있어.
차게 피어있는 방황에 어지러워 누가 나를 좀
just casually comes in and mutters the things so nicely. So one of the things that kind of made me take note of Lino in the first place was how stable his stage vocals are, particularly in Fam. So they're all like mucking around and whatever, but he comes in and it is like perfect every time. He can be mucking around, he can be doing stupid, silly things, but when he comes in with his vocals, it is good every single time. Like, none of the others have got as stable stage vocals as Lino does. Like, none of them. And part of that is him being a dancer and the muscle control. So, like, he is holding his core so ridiculously to keep his voice stable no matter what he's doing. And all of that. Like, so yeah, that's kind of what made me pay attention to Lino specifically in the first place, was the stability of his live vocals. And honestly, his voice is gorgeous. So he did a show where he was singing some live stuff, and I think he sang one of Hans da 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 dum bum da 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 dum da 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 dum. That one, like. So nice. So nice.
안아줘요
형이
괜찮은데?
He's always playing
아니
around.
아닌 것 같아.
안아줘요
그 현준이가 가이기한테 코멘트 남겨준 건
네.
뭐지? 그냥 곡 전체적으로 그냥 되게 예쁘게 불러줬으면 하고
네.
벌스 부분들은 약간 그 섹시한 느낌?
아하. 형 현진이가 거기 진성으로 불러달래요?
어디?
막사비? 그건 못 들었어?
아니 맞아.
The attention to
맞네.
detail.
맞아 막사비는 진성으로 할 수 있는지 물어보긴 하긴 했었어.
맞아 그때
Professional. He remembers what he's supposed to do. So modal voice rather than falsetto. So yeah, in a full voice rather than in the falsetto range.
할 수 있는지 물어보긴 하긴 했었어.
맞아 그때 물어봤는데 그러더라고
단 이렇게 눈부시는 밤에 되기는 되는데 해볼래?
뭐 이따가 해볼까 되면
오케이
숱하게 피어있는 방황에 어지러워 누가 나를 좀 안아줘.
야 이거 안아줘도 잘했는데? 이따가 킵하고 이 느낌대로 그대로 한 번 더 할게요.
오케이
숱하게 피어있는 방황에
어지러워 누가 나를 좀 안아줘.
So that one was better pitch.
잘 이렇게
근데 마지막 훅이라서 힘만 좀 더 실으면 될 것 같아. 오케이.
잘 이렇게 눈부시는 밤엔 누가 더 빛을 가려주길 외쳐.
오, 야 톤이 훨씬 더 심해졌는데 아까보다? 웨이트만 찍으면 돼.
외쳐 가려주길 외쳐.
너무 잘했어. 잠깐만. 한번 들어봐봐.
Okay, so you see he's doing a little squat thing there. There are things that you can do to help get notes out, and squats is one of them. So squats is one of them, and moving your arms is one of them. So you see singers on high notes, they'll lift their arms up or hold them out or something. That's actually a trick to help them activate the right muscles to stabilize and reach the note better. Also, you may see them crouch down or do a bit of a squat, which again, so there's a really the doll aria. Les oiseaux des champs amis. That's how it goes. Basically, the character is a doll, and you'll see they've got they've got a lot of high jumping notes. The coloratura who's singing it, whoever it happens to be, will often hold her arms out like she's a doll. And like she may do a little bend squat thing when she has to do those notes to help her get the note out cleanly. So that's a trick to look for. Power stances on stage also, so bracing one foot on a monitor or something on stage and kind of leaning into it, that'll also help. Yeah, lots of little tricks that you learn about that you don't notice. Kind of see them as part of the performance, part of the singer just performing, but a lot of them are very intentionally used to assist the voice. I mean, for me, when I have to get a high note out and I'm struggling, my standard thing is to do a squat. Just kind of put my arms out and yeah. Those were particularly high, but yeah, kind of holding your arms out and doing a little bit of a squat helps.
정말 잘한다 아까보다. 웨이트만 찍으면 돼.
외쳐 가려주길 외쳐.
너무 잘했어. 잠깐만.
And doing those in full head voice is difficult.
잘했어.
왜?
마지막에
왜 안 끝나?
그 애드립이 하나 추가됐어. 그 들려줄게요.
예.
I just want to go home.
누가 녹음했어?
녹음은 내가 했고.
그럼 그거 써 그냥 그거 써. 그냥 그거 쓰면 되잖아.
아니야.
내리자.
그거 좋아.
내리자는 빛을.
뭐야? 내리만 잘 나오면 될 것 같은데. 방금 이 느낌대로 한 번만 더 가볼게. 괜찮아?
기름 닦았어.
그래. 이 느낌대로 한 번 더 갈게.
오케이. 내리자는 빛을.
끝. 잘했어.
고생하셨습니다. 진짜 나가도 되죠 이제? 와. 아직 간다.
훅 부분 할게요.
The bucket hat.
밤이 어느새
끝이 나는 낮은 따스한 빛을 내리쬐는 빛을 받아줘. 일단 킵하고 다시 해볼게요. 밤이 어느새 끝이 나는 낮은 따스한 빛을 내리쬐는 빛을 받아줘.
His pitching is so good.
밤이 어느새 끝이 나는 낮은 받아줘. 아, 그 빛을 친구들만 다시 찍어볼게요. 빛을 내리쬐는 빛을.
I was thinking he's not happy with those scoops.
자, 넘어갑시다. 갑시다. Cover me now.
So cleanly held.
다시
Yeah,
한번
but
해볼게요.
the end.
Cover me now. 키퍼가 하나 더 할게요. 아, 이것도
So the first
키퍼가
bit
한번
is
다시 할게요.
great, but he kind of
Keep on, I'm
running out of
나가서 골라볼게요.
oomph towards the end a little bit.
Cover me now. Cover me now.
That one was better at the end.
그런 거는 그 다음에 할게요. 가보자고. 아, 그가 왔구나. 아. 자, 현실 마음에 들 때까지 합니다.
So the first time I watched this bit was when I discovered that Cover Me was one of Hyunjin's songs. I was surprised. I didn't know that it was one of his, but I'm finding that I really enjoy the songs that he's on the writing credits for. Like, after I discovered that this was one of his, I went and looked up which other ones he's done, and Don't Let Me Love You is one of his as well, which is another of my favorites. And then obviously Red Lights and Escape he helped to write. But yeah, I really like the sound that he adds. And he writes deep lyrics. He writes good lyrics and relatable. I find them quite relatable.
자, 현실 마음에 들 때까지 합니다. 네, 가보시죠. 예. 가려주게 외쳐.
How many?
Oh no no. 괜찮을 것 같은데? 가려주게 외쳐. 오케이. 가려주게 외쳐. Oh no no.
아, 이거 완벽했어요.
들어볼게요. Yes.
Nice.
괜찮은데? 그 끝난 것 같은 이거 하면 돼요?
나는 이거 하면 돼.
됐네.
오케이, 해보.
So, warming up. I often hear people talking about how you're warming up. Why are you making such ridiculous, stupid sounds? This and that and the other. Warming up is not supposed to sound pretty. You're not trying to make a nice sound. You're just trying to warm your voice up. Warm-ups aren't supposed to be nice. Warm-ups aren't supposed to be pretty. Warm-ups are loud and weird and nyeh, and like they don't sound good. They're not supposed to sound good. They're there for a completely different reason.
보겠습니다. 새벽은 안 걸어지네. 새벽이 안 되는구나.
In this night, 새벽.
새벽으로 해야겠다.
새벽 하면 돼.
새벽, 오케이.
What do I feel so lonely in this night? 새벽 바람은 마법일까?
둘째 줄 깔끔했는데.
Anyone who sings, who who says that Hyunjin can't sing. Proof. His live singing on stage and in performances isn't great, but he's also a dancer. He's not focusing on singing super nicely on stage and in performances. He's focusing on dancing and performing, and that's fine. Like, you don't have to be perfect all the time at everything. And he can obviously sing really well.
What do I feel so lonely in this night? 새벽 바람은 마법일까?
둘째 줄 깔끔했는데.
다 괜찮다.
What do I feel so lonely in this night? 새벽 바람은 마법일까?
이거 괜찮았다.
오, 와우. 들어볼게요.
The beginning of that was better than...
Do I feel so lonely in this night? 새벽 바람은 마법일까?
한번 찍어볼게요 일단.
오케이.
바람은 마법일까?
adding that.
이것도
The air at the
담백한 거
end.
같아.
너무 괜찮아.
이걸로 가고 그 롤리 할 때 롤리라고 했잖아요.
Lonely, not
Lonely.
lowly.
들어볼게.
What do I feel so lonely in this night?
아니 이 정도 발음은 괜찮아.
오케이. 오케이.
자 그러면 넘어가. 브릿지.
예.
So that's something that always gets me. I don't know the parts of pop songs, the names of them. So he says bridge, and I'm like, I mean, I know there's a part of a pop song called a bridge. Couldn't tell you what it is or where it goes. Bridge, pre-chorus, hook, chorus, chorus and verses. Great, I can tell you chorus and verses. I know those, but I am not familiar with the structure of pop songs. Give me a piece of classical music and completely different story, but pop songs is something that I have to familiarize myself with. It's not actually something that I know. So he says bridge, and I know it's a part of the song, and I know it comes between something and something else because bridge.
I can't take it anymore.
The
What
length.
should I do?
It's kind of not a repeated part.
오늘은 모른 척 눈 감아줘.
일단 첫 줄 너무 좋아하는데?
오케이. 킵해놓고 다시 해볼게.
얍. 아니면 한 줄씩 할래? 아니면 통으로?
그럼 위에 줄 먼저 해볼게요.
오케이.
I can't take it anymore. What should I do?
오, 예스. 아주 좋아요.
예.
영어 너무 잘하는데?
별거 아니에요.
들어볼래?
네.
I can't take it anymore. What should I do?
뭐, should I do?
그니까
오,
이게 제일 잘 나왔네.
그러네.
이걸로 하고 뒤에 거 먼저 받아볼게요 일단.
오케이.
오늘은 모른 척 눈 감아줘.
Not bad.
이거 다시 해볼게요. 뭐야 킵해놓고 다시 해볼게요.
Yep.
오늘은 모른 척 눈 감아줘.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was the accidental, the half note, the semitone at the end. He didn't hold it as long in the first one as in this one, and with it being a semitone, you kind of want it to be heard. Dum dum dum.
모른 척 눈 감아줘.
Because it's dum dum, you really want that semitone to stand out.
오늘은 모른 척 눈 감아줘.
이거 들어볼게.
Yep.
오늘은 모른 척 눈 감아줘.
좋은 것 같은데?
저는 괜찮은 것 같고.
I think
I
it's
just
good.
want the So
Yeah.
Cover Me now to come.
펜 끝.
끝.
So cover me now.
안녕.
아,
뭐부터 할래?
Felix, wow.
처음 해도 될 것 같은데요.
순서대로?
인트로. 네네.
오케이.
다리 이렇게
그 다리 이렇게 할 때 캐 부분 있잖아.
아,
거기 밴딩 살짝만 줄여주라.
조금 줄여줘.
다리 이렇게
그렇지 그렇지.
다리 이렇게 눈부시는 밤엔
캐하고 눈부시는 그 연결 있잖아. 거기 좀 더 짧게 해도 될 것 같아.
오케이.
그냥 살짝 다리.
Asking Felix not to scoop the note quite as much, so to get between the two faster. And then asking to make the notes shorter, kind of don't link them quite as much. So that'll change the scooping sound as well.
이렇게 눈부신 이렇게 끊어서 가는 게 더 편할 것 같아.
끊어서? 오케이.
Dum da 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 dum da 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 dum, instead of having to go dum da 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 dum dum, because then you have to, instead of trying to link those two notes, going from da da dum dum, it's easier to put a break da dum in there to get a clean sound.
다리 이렇게 눈부시는 밤엔
밤엔만 찍을까?
밤엔 좋아.
약간 눈부시는
It's a little
밤엔
flat.
눈부시는 밤엔
Better.
밤엔
맨 눈부시는 밤엔
이거 다시 해볼까? 뭐야 들어볼게.
얍.
다리 이렇게 눈부시는 밤엔
It's really nice.
완벽해.
괜찮아?
넘어가자.
다행이다. 오케이. 프리훅?
뭐부터 할래? 너 하고 싶은 거. 프리훅부터 할까?
프리훅 그냥 순서대로 해도 될 것 같은데.
I don't know 뭘 해야 할지도 억지로 써봐도
도우잖아. 뭘 해야 할지도 이렇게 할 수 있어. 도 이렇게 할 수 있어.
또 뭘 해야 할지도
뭘 해야 할지도 억지로 써봐도.
오케이.
약간의 도우 이렇게 하잖아.
좀 더 어우 느낌.
약간 아주 약간.
아주 약간.
So he's asking him to make it more of a diphthong. So, oh, kind of almost make it into 2 syllables rather than just oh, oh. Kind of emphasizing that change from one sound to the other. So, oh, so one is an sound and one is a woo sound. So, oh.
뭘 해야 할지도 억지로 써봐도.
오케이.
약간의 도우 이렇게 하잖아.
좀 더 어우 느낌.
약간 아주 약간.
아주 약간.
I don't know 뭘 해야 할지도 억지로 써봐도
좋아. 지금 딱 좋아.
I don't know 뭘 해야 할지도 억지로 써봐도
뭔가 뒤에 갈수록 늘어진 것 같아.
아니야 괜찮아. 마지막
괜찮았어?
줄이 제일 괜찮았어.
그래?
이거 뭘 해야 할지도 이것도 뭘 해야 할지도 억지로 써봐도.
오케이.
I don't know 뭘 해야 할지도 억지로 써봐도
좋은 거 같은데? 아주 좋습니다.
워쌉. 그 한 2시간 전부터 연습하고 있었다고 들었습니다.
네, 맞습니다.
바로 들어갈까요?
He does look nervous.
Ready? 오케이.
다리 이렇게 눈부시는 밤엔 누가 저 빛을 가르치길
이 느낌 좋은 것 같은데?
알겠습니다.
이걸 정리해서 하면 될 것 같아.
네.
다리 이렇게 눈부시는 밤엔 누가 저 빛을 가르치길
하나 여기서 일단 가려주기 외쳐 찍을게.
네 형.
That was better.
누가 저 빛을 가르치길 외쳐
오케이 잘했어.
He's singing those top notes in falsetto.
얘는 이제 완전 사카지은 songs.
밤이 어느새 끝이 나는 낮엔 따스한 빛을
You can hear that the sound is much fuller.
네.
아하. 약간
because he's not singing it in falsetto like he was last time.
느낌이긴 해.
아 그래요?
왜냐면
오케이.
앞에 리노가 약간의 그 저음이 섞여 있어가지고
아 오케이.
차이가 약간 크거든.
오케이.
밤이 어느새 끝이 나는 낮엔 따스한 빛을 내리쬐는 빛을
밤이 어느새
He's
들어가는
placing it really high.
뭔가 리노에서
Like up here.
넘어갈 때.
아 오케이.
밤이 어느새 끝이 나는 낮엔 따스한 빛을 내리쬐는 빛을
Like I can feel the placement in my own head just listening to it.
젠짱을
Like,
찍으면 될 것 같아서.
새 끝이 나는 낮엔 따스한 빛
이거다.
아 됐다. 딱 나오네. 충분. 한 애드립이 있어.
예?
어디죠? 들어줄게.
달 이렇게 눈부시는
밤이 달이라 얘거든. 얘. 이거 진성 불가능이겠지?
락스타.
할 수 있습니다.
근데 할까? 이게 가성이 어울릴 것 같아? 아니면 진성이 어울릴 것
그거 한 번 더.
같아? 나는 가성을 했어.
달 이렇게
진성으로 합시다. 진성으로.
네.
I agree.
해보겠습니다.
너 편하게 하면 일단
It'll fit
길이
with
뭐
the
그런 거
the rest of the
알아서 한번
sound
편하게
better.
한번 해봐.
네.
감에 맞게 봐봐.
네.
So much of singing is about feeling. Like you have to feel it. You have to feel where everything is. You have to know how your body feels and what makes what go where so much.
편하게 하면 일단 길이 뭐 그런 거 알아서 한번 편하게 한번 해봐.
네.
감에 맞게 봐봐.
네.
락스타다.
다시 해볼게요 형.
들어볼래?
아니요? 에이 이걸 왜 들어요?
Like the note is there.
오! 오케이 됐다.
아 잠깐. 아니면 밴딩 없는 게 더 편한가? 그냥 이게 나 아니면
이거랑 이거랑
뭐가 더 편해?
둘 다 어렵긴 한데. 뭐든 듣기 좋은
부르는
걸로.
거에 좀 더 편한? 이거 연습할 때 너무 잘 되는데.
그러니까 연습할
이걸로
때.
하자.
네. 이게 안
He
돼.
knows it.
왜 연습할 땐 되고 안 되지?
연습할 때 너무 잘하는데.
그냥 클릭 위에다 한번 받을래?
해볼까요?
트랙 없이.
다시 볼게요.
And he's scooping it again. He's not holding it long enough. That one was longer.
좋아하는데 길이 자체가 좀 짧아서 좀 더 길게 쫙 빼면 될 것 같아.
오케이.
일단
You
이렇게
can
한번
see
들어보자.
he's timing it with the click track. And it's a pitched click as well.
죄송합니다. 아, 안 돼. 잠시만 다시 해볼게요. 그냥 트랙 위에 할게요. 그냥 트랙 위에 할게요.
아니야. 기다려봐. 잠깐만.
안 돼. 그만 틀어. 틀지 마.
하나 그냥 힘 빼고
어.
그냥
부드럽게 할까?
불러도 될 것 같아.
자, 일단 가성을 한번 해봐.
아, 싫어. 지조가 있지.
안 되겠네.
할 거야.
가성을 해야 돼.
지성을 할 거야.
오케이.
오케이.
된 것 같은데.
여기 됐다.
이걸로
아니야,
하자,
이걸로.
제일 좋아. 이걸로 가도 될 것 같아. 끝!
아 됐다.
아, 진짜 님들 고생하셨습니다.
Nice. Okay. I love that song too. I mean, I love pretty much everything that Stray Kids does. So, but there's just something about Cover Me, and you can feel it, like. And going with the more emotional of Sungmin's Cover Me Nows was definitely the right thing, because pitch and things you can fiddle with in post-production, but like to get the feeling right, to get the emotion and like everything into it, yeah, you can't add that in if it's not already there. Okay, so the request was to watch that and then watch Megaverse and Cover Me afterwards if I hadn't done them already. I have already done Megaverse, but I will go and find Cover Me. The request was specifically for the color-coded lyrics, so I'm going to go and have a look for that. Okay. Color-coded lyrics, here we go. And we'll get to hear all of those glorious bits and pieces that they've just done the studio stuff for. Oh, I need to learn to play this on guitar. Oh, that's Felix.
What do I feel so lonely in this night? 새벽 바람은 마법일까? 창문에 걸려있는 starry night 저 밝은 빛에 뒤척이던 날 이새날 이유를 알 수 없는 외로움에 깔터앉아 오지 않는 너.
Okay, so there you can hear that difference in the Sungmin and Ian tone. That's the beginning of Sungmin's bit.
걸려있는 starry night 저 밝은 빛에 뒤척이던 날 이새날 이유를 알 수 없는 외로움에 깔터앉아 오지 않는 너.
Sungmin's is much more focused since here.
작게 피어있는 방황에
And Lino's is kind of in between the two.
I don't know 뭘 해야 할지도 어디로 쏘봐도 잘 이렇게.
That's really interesting. Felix's thing.
I don't know 뭘 해야 할지도 어디로 쏘봐도.
I wonder what they've done in post with that, because they've cleaned it up quite a bit. Because he has a very raspy tone, in general, and that's much cleaner than I was hearing in the recording. Of course, it's all produced, so it's not the raw vocals like we were hearing. So.
I don't know 뭘 해야 할지도 어디로 쏘봐도 잘 이렇게 눈부시는 밤에 누가 저 빛을 가르쳐.
Hans as well, much more produced sound.
빛이 나는 낮은 따스한 빛을 내리쬐는 빛을 알았어.
Yeah, okay. Having listened to the raw vocals in the recording video and now listening to this, there's actually quite a big difference in sound in the produced stuff. Of course, they've got the music and stuff added. They'll have been compressed. They'll have had effects added, things like reverb or whatever. But it's very interesting to hear the difference, and I actually think I like the raw vocals, the rawer vocals more. But that could also just be because I can hear kind of what's going on in the voice a bit more easily. And I mean, all of what I do is live vocals, so. Interestingly, Changbin's is the most similar. Well, Changbin's, Sungmin and Ian's are the most similar to the raw vocals, Changbin and Sungmin particularly, then I think Ian and Lino, Han Felix and Bang Chan were all about kind of the same production-wise. Let's just go back to the beginning, because why not? That what pitching is that? It's very interesting. And it's kind of echoing as well. Lots of echo and delay on that. Guitar coming in. Bass. Bass drum. I really like how an additional instrument is added every time a new voice comes in, every time they go on to a new set of lines. So it starts with just the guitar and the da 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 da. And the guitar, the clicks. Bass drum. I don't know what that is, whether it's a hi-hat or... There's keyboard in the background there. Guitar being added in here now. And now we're in full sound. Cut back down to a more simple sound. I like that harmony. Going insane. No, what is it? I have to listen to it. Ooh, that too. Harmony is on pretty much this whole thing.
I can't take it anymore. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? 오늘은 모른 척 눈 감아줘. So cover me now.
And they did fix that very slight pitch thing.
do? What should I do? What should I do? 오늘은 모른 척 눈 감아줘. So cover me
One more. There are so many harmonies and things in here. It's quite a lot of effects based on Felix's voice there.
What do I feel so lonely in this night? 새벽바람 만나버릴까? 창문에 걸려있는 starry night 저 밝은 빛에 뒤척이던 날 이새날 이유를 알 수 없는 외로움에 걸터앉아 오지 않는 너 숱하게 피어있는 방황에 어지러워 누가 나를 좀 안아줘.
Ooh, the stereo in the electronic drums.
I don't know 뭘 해야 할지도 억지로 써봐도 잘 이렇게 눈부시는 밤에 누가 저 빛을 가려주길 외쳐.
There's a harmony there too.
끝이 나는 낮은 따스한
Lower harmony.
빛을 내게 되는 빛을 알았어. 네 들리는 haystack 나를 찾아줘.
Double.
않은데 모든 게 너무 차가워. 저 빛의 소리 내게 기울인다면 그동안 얼어붙은 고고함을 녹여줘. Yeah, try to hide
I like that. Da 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 da. Or however it ends. Those ending notes weren't right.
빛의 소리 내게 기울인다면 그동안 얼어붙은 고고함을 녹여줘. Yeah, try to hide away from all the sorrow and pain. But little did I know that I was going insane. 'Cause I will always be there waiting after the rain. 눈 감고서의 빛을 바라보며 웃어볼래. I don't know
I
뭘 해야
don't
할지도 억지로 써봐도 달 이렇게 눈부시는 밤에 누가 저 빛을 가려주길 외쳐. 밤이 어느새 끝이 나는
So Ian is placing his stuff much more forward here than he was in the previous section that he did.
I can't take it anymore. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? 오늘은 모른 척 눈 감아줘. So cover me
I love that little bit of vibrato that he has in there. So cover me now. He doesn't have it in the whole thing, just, and that was overemphasizing it. But just towards the end of the line, there's that little bit of vibrato before he changes notes.
오늘은 모른 척 눈 감아줘. So cover me now. Cover me now.
Bang Chan doesn't have any vibrato in his line. He doesn't, yeah, no vibrato in Bang Chan's line. You can hear that Sungmin's voice is much more comfortable up there. He's much more comfortable singing in full voice up there. You can just hear the tone and everything of his voice is richer. That was a mammoth recording session. I think I'm on, yeah, just over 2 hours on at this point. It'll definitely be shorter than that when you guys get it. It was really interesting to listen to the raw vocals and then go through and listen to the final song when it's all been mixed and produced and edited and pitch corrected and this and that and the other. And interesting to hear whose voice was the closest after production. So definitely Sungmin and Changbin, I think, which, yeah, is really interesting. So that is that. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned something. I hope you found my comments interesting and they kind of picked up something that you didn't know before. If you want me to have a look at other behind the scenes stuff, live vocals, whatever, let me know. I am more than keen to do so. That is it for now. You will see me next time. Bye.